Hello there, channel members, friends, and followers from around the world. This is Q8 Pilot, your host for tonight's show. And today, ladies and gentlemen, I have utmost pleasure of announcing the X-Crafts giveaway sponsored by X-Crafts. 2 copies of the EJETS family will be provided to the channel subscribers, followers, and friends. I want to welcome you all to this live stream, and today we have with us Rand, James, Captain Ray, Findus TTV. How are you doing, my friend? Oculus. We have Tadio Sanchez, Alex Aviation, Omar Wali, Colin. Hello, Colin. Welcome aboard. Rich Vronich. Welcome, my friend. Welcome aboard. Washy Extreme. Welcome, my friend. Glad to have you here. Flight for Fun Channel. MC Crewfish, welcome, my friend. What's up, 800? And Jay Smith, Avgeek. Hello, Avgeek. Mategs, I guess. George. Hello, George. Smokey. Matt Franson. And we have Andreas as well with us this evening. Welcome, guys. Glad to have you all here. And we are going to be flying today a real-world route aboard the E195. And we're going to be talking a little bit about the release of the X-Crafts EJET family. And we're going to be flying today from Dublin to Southend in the United Kingdom. Without further ado, let's first take a look at the beautiful livery of the Flybe livery. And this is a real-world Flybe flight with a real registration number, so everything is as realistic as possible. Flying today from Dublin, let's take a quick look at our flight plan. Here we are going to be departing today Dublin, runway 28 right through the N3 Juliet departure through the ND Quebec transition, and we're going to be performing an ILS. Excuse me. We're going to be performing an ILS runway 23 through the List 1 Sierra arrival into Southend. Runway 5 has a headwind of 1 knot, so whichever the sim brief has picked runway 23 for some reason, so that's all right. And the giveaway is already on, and to participate, you can only type exclamation X-Crafts in the chat command, and that should enter you into the giveaway. Saskia, hello, my friend. Welcome aboard. Glad to have you here. All right. So, excuse me, guys. And so this is our departure. So this is the SID out of Dublin. And there's really nothing nothing special about our departure today. We're going to take D Whiskey 129 and make the turn here towards the ND Quebec, which is this one here. So that is our transition out of the SID, and then we're going to make our way to Southend in the UK. Should be a fun flight across the UK. from the northwest to the southeast of the country. So it should be a nice flight. We're going to be cruising at 33,000 feet today. All right, so this is the E195, the largest of the EJET family, with the exception of the Lineage 1000. Beautiful looking aircraft. I really like this aircraft a lot. All right, so let's get into the cockpit, and we're going to talk a little bit about the release. I have, by the way, spoken to Marco from X-Crafts about the release, and I'm happy to tell you that there will be an update to the aircraft, fixing some of the issues that you guys have reported with the auto throttle and other stuff and fixes. And the development of this aircraft is ongoing. It's not going to stop. So improvements are coming, features are coming, but we're going to talk a little more about that as we depart out of Dublin. All right, perfect. Let's go ahead and set things up. We're going to come here to the weight and balance. We're going to request the company load sheet and load our operation flight plan. As you can see here, we are Flybe, flight 6256, service from Dublin to Southend. This is our aircraft, and this is our payload. Let's say view load sheet, and load the plane. We have now loaded the plane and we are ready to get things started. Perfect. We are flying today with Active Sky XB, release candidate 2. And with that, let's start battery 1. Check out those sounds. Battery 2. And let's cancel the master caution. And next we are good. We're going to turn on the emergency light on the arm position. And sterile cockpit, non-smoking, and fasten seatbelt signs are on. Nav lights are on. And with that, we can start the APU. But first, we'll perform the test. And that checks okay. Excellent. And let's go ahead and start the APU. How have you been, Rand? Kind of missing you on streams. How have you been, my friend? Hello, Alex. Welcome aboard. Brent Norman. Welcome, my friend. Thank you for your support. Mesh Skitty Pilot. Hello, my friend. Welcome aboard. It's pity that there is no BizJet in E-Jet's family for now, but this model looks awesome anyway. It absolutely does. Absolutely does. All right. So APU is now starting. 82, 84, almost there. Excellent. And you can hear the APU now. Iris aligning, steering is off, bleed APU valve is open. Lovely. All right, perfect. So everything's set up here. Let me bring up the authentic FMS here and we'll set things up. So we're going to click on anything. It will take us to the nav identification page. Here we're going to check the date and the time and that the AIRAC database is current, which it is. Next, we're going to go to the route. We're flying today from Dublin, Echo, India, Delta, Whiskey to Echo, Golf, Mike, Charlie. And we are Flybe. So we are Flybe 6256, I believe. 6256, I think so. And we can activate that. And now we can go to the departure. Departure runway is 28 right. And it's going to be through the... which one was it? Let's see here. We can bring up our flight plan. And let's take a quick look here. It's the N3 Juliet. All right, we can keep this one here. And at 3 Juliet, apply. Excellent. And our route then is Quebec 36 Airway and exiting at Oslo. So Quebec 36 and exit at Oslo. There we go. And then it's Zulu 197. Zulu 197 and exits at Listo. All right, and finally it's our arrival. So we're going to activate the route. Next we go to the arrival. We're going to select the arrival runway, which is runway 23, ILS 23, and I don't believe that there is a transition into the arrival, but we can always check our flight plan here real quick. And it looks like Spear, Mila, and there is definitely no transition. So we're going to go straight to the arrival, and we're going to select the star. And the star today is the let's see here. The Lesto 1 Sierra. Lesto 1 Sierra, that's the 1 year. Excellent. And apply and activate. Now we have the route ready. And next we can go to the performance page. Very easy to set things up on the E-Jets. So let's come here and we'll bring this up. All right, so takeoff performance. We are at Dublin. Departing runway is 28 right. Condition is dry. And the current wind at Dublin is, let's see here, 316 knot. Oof. All right, so 316 knots. The current temperature is 13 Celsius. And QNH is 1020. 1020. 0, enter. I love how it automatically detects this. And we're going to do flaps 2 for departure and compute. Analysis in progress has selected our speeds. And now we can go to the data. We're going to say send to FMS. Next, we're going to go to the data link and load our V speeds. Now, if we go to the takeoff, we'll have all our speeds here. But let's go to the takeoff init. And you can see that it has populated everything for us with the exception of the wind, which we will enter automatically here, 316. It will calculate the head and crosswind. So 316, and enter that here, and it gives us the wind. It looks like it's showing tailwind. That's strange. Anyway, we've got everything here. If we go to the next page, we have our flaps 2, takeoff, CG. I don't think we'll just leave this. We'll use this one here. All right, so, and then the takeoff, we have all our speeds with the trim point 0 down today with flaps 2. Excellent. All right, so everything is ready here, and we are ready to go. We're just going to make sure there are no discontinuities in our flight plan. Looks like there's one here after Spear, and if we look, that takes us to the center fix. So I'm going to go ahead and remove this one here. It says as assigned, but I'm going to go ahead and delete this one here, and we're going to activate. And from Spear, we're going to go to the center fix for the ILS runway 23 at Southend in the United Kingdom. All right, we have everything here set up, and the FMC is ready to go, and there isn't anything else that we need here. Hello, Carl. Welcome aboard, my friend. Lionheart, welcome aboard. Carl, thank you very much for being here. Thank you very much for your continued support. What would I do without Carl, Rand, and Alex? Yeah, thank you very much, guys. Appreciate it. Appreciate your help. All right. So, hello, dear JLP. Welcome aboard, my friend. Hello, Eric. Welcome aboard. Good luck to you. All right. So, everything is set up here. We can remove the Sim Toolkit Pro, and we're going to remove this as well, and we can now plan our departure. Why are we not getting the climb profile? I think... all right, let me go back. I think we might have missed something. I'll tell you what we've missed. We've missed our waist, haven't we? All right, let's go to performance. And where is our program? So perf init. Next page. Aha! All right, so cruise altitude. I almost forgot that. All right, so let's go here. We're going to go to the weight and balance, and we're going to select the cruise altitude today for the flight is 29,000 feet. So 290. And the cruise winds are 253.36, 253.56, 36, beg your pardon. So that's there. Takeoff CG is 9.2. I was wondering why the trim was a bit off. So 9.2. And then the zero fuel weight is 41,187. 41,187. All right, here we go. Oh, no. That's not right. There we go. All right, now we have the climb profile. And now the FMC setup is done. Excellent. Let's set up the autopilot panel here real quick. And we are going to set the speed. First, let's set our altitude to, let me just go here and set this to 29,000. And we're going to set the speed to 180 knots. All right, 180. All right, perfect. What I don't know, and what would be great to see, is a discount for those folks that bought the first package of 4 jets. I believe, Carl, there is a discount I believe Marco has very specifically talked about the discount. They're unpolished gems. All right, so we'll talk a little bit about that once we are airborne. All right, so the altimeter is let's see here. Let's take a look. Altimeter 1020, 1020, and 1020 set. Perfect. We're going to turn on our beacon lights. Red beacon is on, and everything else here is perfect. All right, let's go ahead and call the pushback truck. Better pushback, and start pushback.
Down to cockpit. Please show me where you want to go.
All right.
Ground to cockpit. Tow is driving up.
All righty. So, as Q8 said, there is a discount, but you need to buy the bundle, I believe. That is correct, yes. If you have the bundle, so if you've purchased the bundle previously, you will get a discount on the bundle. That is correct, yes. Fry Simulation, welcome aboard, my friend. Rich Ranch, 15%. I see. IFR Captain, hi Q8, how do you set the hundreds of feet? My plane only does thousands. So if you go to the altitude select.
Okay, all doors and hatches are closed. Ready to connect.
All right, so if you move your mouse a little further, you'll see how this arrow changes. And when you are near the center, it changes in hundreds. You see now it changes in hundreds.
Step and adapter in position.
And
release parking brake when ready to start pushback.
And if you take it to the far end of the knob, then it changes in thousands. Yeah, so this is hundreds, and right here is thousands. I hope that's clear. All right, so we're good here. Let's release the parking brake. Parking brake released. Excellent.
Starting pushback, and you may start engines.
All right, and we have clearance to start our engines. So we're going to start with the engine number 2, run, and start. Very, very easy to set up the E-jets. I'll be back when I get back home. No worries, Carl. Take care, my friend. Safe driving back home. Papa Ron, hello, my friend. Welcome aboard. Which do you like the best of the E-jets if you were only going to buy one? I would buy the 175, without a doubt. Right, so engines are coming up.
Please refer to the safety information card located in the seat pocket in front of you. You can follow along as I point out the airplane's safety features. There are 6 clearly marked exits. The main cabin door through which you enter. An exit on the right side opposite the main door, 2 window exits located over the wings, and 2 rear exits. Take a moment to locate the exit nearest you, keeping in mind that the closest usable exit may be located behind you. In the event of an emergency, this aircraft is equipped with floor path lighting located along both sides of the aisle, which will guide you to the exits indicated by lighted exit sign.
All right, so there's the passenger announcements for you guys. I wanted to make sure you guys hear them. And let's go ahead and start engine number 1. Right, ignition A. We'll close the guards. Look at the panel work here. It's done really, really well.
Operation complete. Go ahead and set the parking brake.
All right. Parking brake set, and we
Disconnecting
have...
tow. Stand by.
All right, I think we have a almost good start on the engine number 1 as well. So we can go ahead and set our flaps, flaps 2. Listen to those sounds, really brilliant sounds, very nice F-mod sounds on this aircraft. All right, and disconnect. All the doors are closed and the engines are now stable. What's the giveaway and how do I participate? Just tuned in. X-Ways, all you need to do is type exclamation X-Crafts.
How is this
And
connected? And bypass
the,
bin has been removed. Hand signal on the left. We'll see you next time and have fun up there.
And the giveaway is for 2 copies of the E-Jets family. So X-Crafts are sponsoring this giveaway and giving the community 2 copies of the E-Jets family, the entire family. Saskia, hello, my friend. For sure, sounds are better than SSG. Well, you know, incidentally, Saskia, the guys over at SSG has emailed me today, and they want me to participate in their beta program for the embraer by SSG. So very soon we'll be able to compare the two, and then I'll give you my honest opinion on which one I think is better. But let's set the auto brake to rejected takeoff, and we are going to turn off the APU control. We're going to turn on the taxi lights. Excellent. And let's release the parking brake. Parking brake released. Takeoff config.
No takeoff.
Trim. All right, so let's check out our trim. Let's go to takeoff. Trim is 3.5 up. Let's put this back on flight plan. Flight plan. All right, and 3.5 up. All right, let's do that. Up 3.
Trim.
By the way, this is what I'm doing here, so you guys can see 3.5.
Trim.
All right, perfect. And
Takeoff. Okay.
all right, takeoff okay. And we can go ahead and give it some power here and head over to the runway. Check those sounds. Very nice texturing overall on this aircraft. It is absolutely gorgeous. All right, we're not too far from runway 28 right, so everything is set up for departure. Our rotation speed today is 142 knots. I just spotted an error in the textures of the scenery. By the way, this scenery is by Boundless Simulation, and I believe it's a really nice rendition of Dublin Airport for X-Plane 12. Again, another problem here on the textures, but nothing, you know, too serious. That's okay. But yeah, something for the developer to fix, perhaps, hopefully. Lovely sounds. All right, here we go. Hello there, Bill Barrett, Alexander Watts. Welcome, guys. Glad to have you here. All right, so we're gonna hold short here before we enter the runway. And we're going to set up the aircraft for departure. All right, here we go. I think we could have taken the other exit here. Yeah, that's probably not the right... that's not the right... yeah, this is the landing threshold, so that's all right. We're just going to go over these lights here. We've broken everything in this aircraft right now. But that's okay. Yeah, that's the taxiway we should have taken for the entrance to the runway. But that's all right. Sergio, hello, my friend. Could you show altitude and descents in the FMC, please? Sure. We'll do that in just 1 second. All right. So we are at runway 28 right. We are ready for takeoff. So let's bring the aircraft to a stop here. All right. In small aircraft like the E195, you can feel speed so good, not like the 777 without a doubt. All right. So you need to add LST plugin. Sorry. Q8, you need to add the LST plugin. Makes all cars move. LST, I'm not sure what that is, Alex, but I'll take a look. If you can just send it over to Discord, I'll take a look for sure. All right, so you wanted to see the climb profile, and this is the climb profile, and we'll be able to see the descent once we arrive. When we're closer to the our destination, you'll be able to see it. So let's go ahead and set things up for auto brake on rejected takeoff. We're going to turn on the flight director. You can see roll and FBA. We're going to select nav, and that will enable LNAV. Then we're going to select VNAV, and now you see VNAV showing here. Next, we're going to turn on the auto throttle, and you'll see takeoff here. And now it is armed, but we want to engage it. So we're going to click here once, and now it says roll takeoff. And what's going to happen is as we increase power, the auto throttle will automatically engage. Let's go ahead and give it power. And now you see takeoff is now armed, and the auto throttle is now controlled by the aircraft computers. We're going to rotate at 145. Rotate. Positive rate. Gear is going up. All right, let's switch to map view. We're above 400 feet, so autopilot engaged. And flight change. All right, we are at 180 knots, so we're going to increase the speed now to 210 knots. And flaps 1. All right, 210 and flaps up. And we're going to increase the speed to 250 knots. All right, 250. Excellent. And we continue our climb to 29,000 feet. The sounds of landing gear lifting was not very polished. That is true, yes. The end of the sound was audible. I agree with you there, Sasko. Yeah. All right. If the sounds of the sim are too loud, please, guys, let me know so I can tune it down a little bit. That was XP Realistic. I think that was XP Realistic, yes. The sound, yeah. All right, so we are airborne, ladies and gentlemen. And here is a wing view for you guys over the nice clouds over Ireland from the capital city, the Irish capital. Very nice wing view. All right. So back in here. All right. So, a couple of things, guys. No ortho. No ortho today. So, a couple of things that I want to bring to your attention. I think the expectation with the X-Craft has been a lot more than what the aircraft is ready to offer at this point. That said, it is very important to note that this aircraft has been in development for a little over 2 years now. And it was never advertised as a study level aircraft. So there has been a lot of complaints from the community that a lot of systems are missing and this is not there and this is not available, and some folks were just a little upset over the current depth of system simulation. And I think Marco was very, very clear to everyone in the community in the pre-release stream that we've had that this aircraft is not study level. Whatever that means, right? So it doesn't simulate everything in the Embraer, but it's a good start. It's got reasonable depth into the aircraft systems. It's got full VNAV and LNAV. The FMA works exactly like the real aircraft. The flight model is very authentic, and everything has been authentically done in the aircraft. All right, let me just increase our speed to 270. Come on. Right, 270. And we can turn... we never turned them on, so we'll turn off those guys. And those guys. All right. So basically, when you are purchasing this aircraft, the expectation should be recalibrated a little bit. That you are going to get a very authentic aircraft. Authenticity is really what Marco and the development team over at X-Craft were looking for when developing this aircraft. And when you want to do something that is very authentic, it's going to take time. And it has taken them 2 years to get the aircraft to where it is today. But that doesn't mean that it has ended, that's it. This aircraft's going to go through continuous improvements, and Marco himself was very clear about the continuous development, and that they will actually not start another project until they are comfortable that the X-Craft E-Jets family is perfect. So you have that assurance from the developers themselves. So, far too expensive. Skulldugger. Look, when I'll be very frank with you guys, right? I'm very transparent, so I'll be very frank with you. Alex, who's a moderator here with chat, and Alex is with us today, has sent me the initial prices. I think it popped on the Explain org before release, and he was able to catch it, and he sent those over to me over Discord, and he said, those are really very expensive. The price tag is very expensive. But let me say this on the pricing itself. First of all, I personally, if I wanted to buy the X-Craft family, I would not buy a single aircraft, because buying two is always more than the price of the entire family of aircraft. So you get it for $135, I believe, and for the E-Jets family. So, and 75 is if you buy the E-Jets individually. So 175 and so that's $150. So to me, I would just invest in the whole E-Jets family. If you are, though, if you have an affinity for a certain variant, say the 175, which is the most popular, then it makes sense that, why go for the entire E-Jet family when I'm going to just fly the 175? So in that respect, it makes sense. But let me say a couple of things about pricing. First of all, when Alex first gave me the pricing, I thought that, wow, that's really expensive. But then I always allow my first impressions to change. So I started really thinking about the aircraft and other aircraft in X-Plane that are of less fidelity than this aircraft and cost just about the same, or maybe a little more, or just slightly less, right? But with this aircraft, you've got an aircraft that is beautifully modeled, that has very high quality sounds. The interior and the exterior of the aircraft is done in accordance with the real aircraft drawing, so everything you see is very authentic. You've got a fully functional EFB, you've got partial integration with SimBrief, so, and you've got, your FMS, you've got your authentic FMS, and, you've got your climb profile, so everything, all the major systems, by the way, all the systems here are also there. So if you click here on flight controls, hydraulics, fuel, electrical, anti-ice, ECS, all of that is modeled. You've got, again, the authentic FMS is done exactly like the real unit in real life. And this aircraft has the backing of real-world pilots, real-world embraer E175 pilots, E195 pilots. So they vouch for this aircraft both in terms of authenticity and flight model. And it has taken Wall Aviation, hello Q8, hope you're doing good, but have to go. No worries, my friend, thank you for staying as long as you did, I appreciate it. So basically, considering 2 years of hard work and the development team that's behind this aircraft and what you see today, I think the price is really not that high. I think it's reasonable. It's probably on the higher side, but I don't think that it's crazy expensive. So for me, I would say that a price somewhere between 59, 55, somewhere, so up to $60, I think I would say that the price is fine. Anything more than that, I would say that it's on the high side. Now, if this aircraft was, for example, at $80 per jet, then yeah, that would be like really crazy expensive. But right now, I think it's on the higher side, but I think the price is justified. That's what I think. I would wait for a sale, or perhaps, Sasuke, you'll win today, and you'll have a free copy. This one is making huge difference to the old one from X-Plane. Absolutely. There is no comparison between this and the one in X-Plane 11. It's just really, the previous version of the X-Craft was good, but it was not good enough in my view. But this is definitely, but by the way, I did purchase the E-Jets family. So Marco did provide me with a copy, of course, because I was a beta tester. But I went and purchased my own copy of the aircraft from the X-Plane org, so that I give you my honest opinion, as I always do. So so yeah, considering all the systems, and by the way, this is really hard stuff. Getting VNAV, just VNAV, to work correctly is commendable, and there is a price for that. I'll price it, for a good VNAV, I wouldn't mind the price of the aircraft just for having proper VNAV and LNAV. I mean, that's worth something, I'll tell you guys. Is the giveaway 2 copies of the family or 2 copies of an aircraft? It's 2 copies of the family. So you will get, is there any limitation you found with this plane? Limitations like what, Sven? 7, sorry. For amount of time that is invested in developing these planes, it's not bad. No, I agree with you there. Yeah, Owen. Yeah, it's not bad at all. All right, let's take a look at the outside here as we climb to our cruise altitude. And again, look at this just beautiful model. Very, very well done by X-Crafts. I love this model. It just looks fantastic. And the flyby livery on this actually looks also very good. Look at that. Beautiful clouds, again, an X-plane. And active sky, XB. Yeah, it looks very good. Q8 did a living for the paint kit details. It's amazing. Plane's great. Absolutely. Absolutely. You know, one day I'd like to learn how to make liveries and make my own. Sometimes I just like to fly in, you know, the Q8 colors. Again, you can see here. By the way, this magenta here means that flight change, by the way, means VNAV is active. And when you see this in magenta, it means that the autopilot is taking care of the aircraft. Taking care of the LNAV and VNAV. Everything, by the way, is very authentic. Everything here, the fonts, the colors, everything is spot on. And you can always go to real world E-Jets videos on YouTube and you can verify it for yourself. Is there any buttons or pages in the FMC that aren't usable, or did they go above and beyond making buttons? All right. So on the authentic FMS, there are, of course, so if you go to the TRS, it works. You can see the thrust rating from the menu here. You have the backup radio. This function is currently not available, so it's something that will probably be done at a later time. McDo maintenance, again, this is not available. So there are a few things that are not available. They haven't simulated the failures as of yet, but that is something that probably is planned at a later time. And yeah, so a few things that are not modeled yet. We're going to go to Mach speed. All right. So yeah, some things are definitely not modeled yet, but I think there is a lot that has been modeled. And Bongo Fed, thank you for your 30 months of membership. Thank you very, very much. I appreciate your support, sir. Timil, Q8 is physics of flight better in this E-Jets. Compared to what? The flight model has been approved by real-world E-Jet pilots, so I suppose that it is spot on. And I'll tell you guys, this aircraft is really a very fine aircraft to hand fly. It's just really a lot of fun. Compared to the previous one, yes. So the flight model, of course, X-Plane 12 in general has a better flight model than X-Plane 11. So a few enhancements are there. So now you can see LNAV altitude, and now you can see the aircraft is flying level. And we can now go to the performance, and we're going to come here, go to the landing performance. And if we look at the weight and balance, for takeoff was 4650, so I'm going to say 44 for landing. So we'll put 44, oops. All right, so 44,000. Enter that. Arrival runway 23, condition is dry. And the winds at our destination is, we can come all the way down here to Sim Toolkit Pro and look at the wind. The winds are 135 knots. So 135 knots. And the need to, I think, hit enter. All right, so, and the temperature is 17 Celsius. And the QNH over at Southend in the UK is 1017. 1017. And enter that. We're going to do flaps 5, reverse, icing no, and compute. Analysis in progress, and now we have our speeds. So what we're going to do is say send to FMS. We're going to go to the data link, and from the data link, we'll load our V speeds. Next, we're going to go to performance. We're going to go to landing. Now we can see the land, but we're going to go to the landing in it. And what we're going to do is put in the landing temperature, which is 17 Celsius. We're going to do flaps 5, and the landing weight is 44,000. 44, and the winds are 135. 130 at 5 knots. And we have all the information here, and we are ready for the descent. All right, perfect. So if we look here, we're going to begin the descent at Listo. But before we do that, let me take a look at the charts real quick. We don't need that anymore. So we'll remove it, and let's take a look at our charts, the arrival charts. So if we look at the approach for runway 23, all right, so 2000 is the initial approach altitude, and 111.35 is the ILS frequency. So what we're going to do is we are going to bring up the radios. Bring that here, radio, and we have 111.35 already set. So the only thing remaining is for us to set the approach course, which is 233 degrees, as you can see here. All right. So all is good. We'll switch this back to the flight plan, and we'll be able to see TOD here. Let me just go to the map. There we go. You can see TOD here. So that's the top of descent. So we're actually not too far from top of descent now.
How's the stream going?
Hey, Duncan! Remember, a senior captain for 27 months. Thank you so very much, Duncan, for your continued support. The stream is going great thus far, and it only is better now with your presence, sir. Yeah. All right. Here's a look at the outside over the UK airspace. And we should begin the descent. By the way, you can see TOD here. Again, by the way, this aircraft does excellent TOD calculations, TOC and TOD calculations. Good to see you, sir. And Niels, a member for 26 months. Thank you so much, guys, for your continued support. I really appreciate it very much. I'll make do with 26 months, still good company. Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely, sir. Thank you very much. Always pleasure to have you, sir. Nikki, you should have got Boundless Southend real nice scenery. It's only available, I think, for X-Plane 11, not for X-Plane 12. It is, Martin, very, very good-looking aircraft. Snow Doggo, welcome to Private Pilot, my friend. Thank you very much for your support. I appreciate it. Thank you very much, Snow, for... Not sure why we're not getting the alerts today on the stream. Looks like I need to fix it. But, there we go. Now we have it on stream. I think it takes a little bit of time. I can see the chat, I guess, before it actually happens there. So thank you very much, guys, for your support. I really appreciate it very much. All right. So here is Listo, and we will begin the descent shortly. Just look at this wing view, guys. By the way, I had the Orbex scenery installed for the entire United Kingdom, but on the test flight, I've noticed serious degradation in performance with the Orbex scenery installed. So I had to remove it for the stream. I was getting like, you know, it takes down FPS to like 19. So 19, and then if you put OBS, we'll take, no, I don't know what we're getting now. We're getting 50 frames now, 50 frames per second, which is reasonable. But 19 is very low, so yeah, I couldn't do definitely 19, and with the streaming software, it will go further down, so... Have you used Auto Ortho? No, I have not. 50 is very good, AppGeek, yeah. For sure. And by the way, for those of you who missed the first look video, you can move the seats. Nice sounds moving the seats. The armrest is also animated. And the same goes for the aircraft door. And look at the cabin. Yeah. Look at that. Very nice cabin. You've got your business class and your economy class here. Very nice, nicely modeled passenger cabin. Yeah. Definitely a very well done aircraft in terms of the 3D modeling and the texturing. Overall, it looks pretty good. And here, as you come into the flight deck, again, this is a really nice looking cockpit. Yeah, there you go. The jump seat in the cockpit to the right of the door is also animated. Yes, it is. That is correct, yeah. So you're talking about this one here. Let me close the door. This one here. Yep, that is animated. And by the way, the captain's seat is also animated as well. We've got also, if we look here, it's missing the sound, but this is also modeled. You know, when I started doing when I did the very first, let me reset our MCP altitude, and we're going to set it all the way to 2000. When I did the beta review and I gave comments to Marco on the aircraft, all right, let me set this to 2000. All right, 2000 is set, and this is the TOD, so we're going to begin our descent shortly. Does preview? Yes, it does. Preview mode works, and I will show you that as soon as we are nearing our approach. Hello there, Andy. Welcome. It's been a while. How have you been, my friend? Changed jobs and doing longer hours now. Oh, I hope it's going well for you, my friend. Thank you very much for being here and for your continued support. I appreciate it, Andy. All right, looks like a few clouds here in the vicinity. Now, let me tell you guys some of the... So when I was given a copy of the X-Craft to take a look at, Marco's expectation was that I give him my honest opinion about the aircraft. And I received the aircraft in very good shape, by the way, so I was quite impressed with the 3D modeling, the texturing, all of that. But then I started telling Marco about... See, when Marco developed this aircraft, he was seeking feedback from real-world pilots on the aircraft systems. Excuse me, because he wanted to create something very authentic. So everything you see here is very authentic. Whatever works today is pretty much what you see in real life. But there were things, so he was looking at things from the real world pilot perspective. Whereas for me, I look at it from the flight sim perspective and what flight simulation is all about and what flight simmers would look for. For example, I'll tell you one of the things one of the things I pointed out was actually the oxygen. And I told him that the, oxygen is not simulated, and I highly recommend that you simulate this. In fact, one of the feedback I gave to Marco was, Marco, don't leave anything inop. Inop equals bad in the flight sim world. For flight simmers, anything that is not modeled is going to, is really going to get them all excited and, this is not study level and this and that. And I know how this community thinks, and I know how they're going to start, nitpicking, and I understand that very well. So a lot of the feedback, for example, I told him, even if you don't simulate it now, make sure that it's clickable. So you can see they've made, these are, you've got the hand showing, but still nothing is there, and this is still inop. But yeah, with time, I'm sure that they will simulate everything that they can simulate. But so far, I mean, just this, the way VNAV and LNAV works is absolutely phenomenal. And here we go. We're going to begin. Here you can see the needle moving, and then VNAV will automatically see. Now it says LNAV path, and once it says path, it means that it's going to follow this path, and it will also respect the restrictions that you see here. So we have now, ladies and gentlemen, begun our descent towards Southend in the United Kingdom, the beautiful United Kingdom. I have been very impressed by Marco's honesty throughout the development of this. He kept us informed as much as he could. And I'll tell you guys, this was probably the first time I deal with Marco directly, and I've been dealing with him since I became a beta tester, and he is really a gem of a person. He's very honest, very transparent. He came forward on the pre-release stream, and he addressed the community, answered all the questions. He told you exactly what to expect, what not to expect. I think he was very straight in his delivery of what the aircraft is going to do and what it's not going to do. So yeah, I stood by, and by the way, I'm very grateful for the kind message that he included in the release notes. There was a little note that says, "Thank you, Q8 pilot," and that really made my day. Just really, that I was able to contribute something to this community is exactly what I'm really in for, and I was glad that I was able to inspire the development team and keep them motivated. And I did give them some very positive feedback when I saw the aircraft. And I also pointed out there was a very long email with a list, like the laundry list from Q8 pilot of this should be done, that should be done, that's not right, this is not working. And a lot of the things, by the way, a lot of the feedback was not integrated into the development simply because of time and the effort required. But the good thing is that this aircraft is pretty much under constant improvement, under constant fixing, and yeah, it's one of the better jets for X-Plane in my view. Does it have a HUD? If not, is it planned? I don't think it's got a HUD, and I have no clue if it's, if it's planned. No, sorry, I don't know. All right, we continue our descent. We're still looking good, and look at those clouds, guys. Yeah, Active Sky XP. I think the clouds are starting to look really good in X-Plane. Not bad. Not bad at all. There we go. We can see again the descent profile. We have it 15,000. Then at BKY we begin the descent again. Casey, good evening. Just joined the stream. Are there any known bugs? There were a few bugs with the auto throttle, and those are being fixed. And probably the release is either today or tomorrow. .12.06 should have few cloud updates. That is correct, Alex. Yes, I saw the roadmap. Has it been released, Alex? Do you know? Or do we have an ETA on the release of 12.06? Better landings. Hello, my friend. Welcome. Hey, Julia. Welcome aboard. Good luck to you. Fly Davers. Hello, Fly Davers. Welcome, my friend. Umar Osbek. Welcome aboard, my friend. Not yet. I see, Alex. The sound is awesome, that thundering when rotating the camera behind the plane. Absolutely. Absolutely, Julia. Yeah. You know, guys, there isn't anything about this aircraft that I personally do not like. I think I like everything about it. The model, the sounds. Yeah, it will improve with time. I mean, without a doubt. There's no doubt in my mind that it will improve with time. Oh, by the way, we need to go back to speed. All right. So let me click here. All right, that's speed. And the speed is pretty high. So we're going to go back to 270 knots. There we go. 270. And I'm going to extend the speed brakes here a little bit. Look at that view, guys, as we go through the clouds. Looks really, really good. All right, perfect. Back to the normal speed, 270. We'll disarm the speed brake. We're again on the glide path. This is 15, so there is a restriction, and you can see that it shows the restriction here. We have to be at 15,000. When you see the line above and below, it means you have to be at exactly 15,000. So there you go. Soon gear is going. Very interesting craft. I hope one day I'll be able to buy it. But what about the SSG? They're also going to take their jet to another level. That remains to be seen, my friend. And incidentally, the developer of SSG has reached out to me and asked me if I wanted to join their beta program for the Embraer S by SSG. So very soon, we're going to have something to compare this aircraft to. And yeah, I'm quite excited actually to take a look at the SSG Embraer as well. Previously, by the way, I prefer in X-Plane 11, I preferred the X-Crafts over the SSG Embraer. And thus far, this aircraft is pretty hard to beat. But we'll see once we have the SSG releasing their Embraer, and it should be, by the way, shouldn't be far off from release. But yeah, I don't have any more information at this point. All right, looks like we are going to level here at 15,000. As there is a restriction. And then it looks like at Bravo Kilo Yankee we'll begin the descent again. Is terrain radar implemented? I believe so, yes. Terrain. There we go. Yep, terrain radar is definitely implemented. There you can see here the dots. And I'm not sure if the weather, it looks like maybe the weather is well, stab, we'll see. Yeah, that's the weather test. The weather radar test is taking place. All right, if we take a look here at our flight plan. So at BKY, we should begin the descent. All right, I'm just I'm looking at this because in a previous flight, it did not descend, and I had to go to flight change and descend. Force the aircraft to descend, basically using flight change. Flight for fun. I'm still waiting for Fly Jason Boeings. Yeah. By the way, folks, the Dash 8 by Fly Jason has been updated to version 1.3. And that has addressed a lot of the performance issues, as well as the texturing of the cockpit, so it's not so dark anymore, and it looks sensational. We'll do a flight with the Dash 8 very soon. Look at that wing view. All right, we're looking good. We have set the frequency for our arrival, and everything is looking in tip-top shape now. I'm going to turn this off. And all's looking good. It looks like I've ran a poll on the community tab of the channel. If you guys want, when I do those, performance settings videos, I get a lot of questions from the community asking, what do I use to overlay the performance data on the screen? And there is actually 3 programs that I use in combination to display everything there. There's a tool that I use which integrates also with Riva Server in addition to the MSI Afterburner. And that tool is a brilliant tool because it even tells you if you are throttling, if you're not throttling, what are the temperatures of just every little component. And you can overlay that. Now, some people with MSI Burner and Riva Server will get information about the CPU stats. Some people will not. And the reason being, if you are on a newer processor and running for example, the new generation like the processor I have, then you have an option to do core isolation as part of the security, built-in security. And if you have core isolation turned on, you will not be able to get the CPU stats through the MSI Afterburner and Riva Server. So you need another tool to get that information in. And that is something that I do. And it looks like a lot of you guys want me to do a tutorial to show you how to do that. So I will plan that in the coming days and provide you with that tutorial. It's a brilliant tool, really. The combination of the three tools I use provides, I think, the best stats, performance stats for any game that you run, basically. So we'll take a look at that in a tutorial in the coming days. Do you still place Ortho for X-Plane? Do you still place Ortho for X-Plane? I was thinking of doing it. I do when available. I just don't have the time to go and create new tiles, to be honest. But you know, when it's available, then I definitely go for it. Yeah, for sure. All the best to you, Chris. Is giveaway the AC? The giveaway is for the entire family. So I'm giving away, our X-Craft is giving away 2 copies of the entire E-Jets family. So whoever wins is going to get 4 jets. The E170, E175, E190, and E195. All right. Now, according to we should begin the descent at Bravo Kilo Yankee. And I hope that it works as it should. Let's see here. We'll monitor and see what happens. If it doesn't, after a reasonable time into passing Bravo Kilo Yankee, then what I'll do is I'll use flight change to descend the aircraft forcefully. All right. Let's see what happens here. And as expected, the aircraft isn't doing what it's supposed to do. It's not descending. Okay, it's staying at... It should begin the descent. I'm going to give it just a little more time. And let's see if it starts descending. If not, then we will descend ourselves. Yeah, it's definitely not doing it. Alright, so I'm going to go to flight change. There we go. That's something probably the developers need to take a look at. It's one specific situation where, you know, it doesn't really work right. It shows that we're below the gun, but we're actually very close now to our destination. So, there we go. All right. Okay, so we are 61 nautical miles from the arrival airport. I had the same issue just now during my flight. Ah, okay. So it looks like something needs fixing there. And we continue the descent. All right, here's what I'm going to do, folks. I'm going to go ahead and slow down the aircraft now to 240 knots. 250 knots is fine. And I'm going to use the speed brake to expedite the slowdown. All right, there we go. Right, here we go. And what happens if I go to VNAV again? I'm just wondering if that is going to fix it as we arrive into Brain. 250. Did we lose the auto throttle? I'm not sure what happened, but we lost the auto throttle, it looks like.
Autopilot. Throttle. Throttle. Throttle.
Huh. All right, looks like, right, let me go to flight change. And what we're gonna do, folks, is let's go to the center fix and put it here and activate. So we're gonna go straight to the center fix. There's some turbulence there. And I'm gonna slow down to 180. All right, let's leave it now. All right, LNAV, flight change. Now it's doing all sorts of strange things. Let's go to heading mode. Wow. All right, let's see if we can get this to work now. Now this is totally unexpected behavior there. All right, flaps 1 and flaps 2. All right, let's leave it at flaps 2. Wow. All right, we can see this is so we can probably intercept the ILS. So we're going to go ahead and go to 2000. We're going to continue on this speed here. Put C13 as direct. Yeah, that's exactly what I did. But it doesn't want to go on nav. So I'm just going to keep it on heading select. And what we can do is just slightly change the heading here. All right, we'll take it nice and slow. And by the way, for those of you who asked about the preview, you've got the preview here. So we have it, and we can set the course. So the course is 233. So we'll come here and set the course to 233. Let's see here. (233). All right, so 233 is set, and we're going to set the heading as well to 233. It's 227. No. All right, there we go. And let's go to Barrow and the current flights here, and we want the information, weather, and the weather is 1017. So let's set that to 1017. All right, 1017 is set. And we'll continue the descent now. Yeah, some unexpected behavior there, without a doubt. Learning a lot again from this review. Well, I'm glad that you're finding it useful. I appreciate that. All right. We continue the descent. We are looking okay. We're a bit too high, but that's okay. I'm going to go ahead and go to 170. No. That's okay. Right there. Right, let's go to speed to 160 knots. And we can go to VL and approach. Approach 1. We're going to lower the landing gear.
Sync rate. Sync rate. Sync rate. Sync rate.
Why is it complaining about
Sync rate. 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 Sync rate.
All right, let's go to VApp. And let's take a look at our flaps. Flaps 4 and flaps 5. All right, so we can see the runway ahead of us now. And speed is good. All right, at least we have captured the ILS. So, yeah, the aircraft did a lot of strange things today. But we are finally, we're going to go for medium, auto brake medium. And we are good there. I even forgot our landing lights today. Yeah. All right, that's fine. All right, we're looking good now. We have the runway in sight. Yeah, I think there is a bug, definitely, that X-Craft will hopefully fix. But yeah, we are now coming to land. And we can do this here. And all is looking good. 1,000 feet, we will disconnect the autopilot and hand fly the aircraft. All looking good. On the glide slope and localizer. I'm sure they're Martin, yeah, without a doubt. Right, 2 whites, 2 reds, 1,000 feet, and we are good. We can disconnect the autopilot.
Autopilot.
Autopilot disconnected. My aircraft. Some wind. With that, you can definitely feel it. I love to hand fly the embraer by X-Craft. Just so much fun to hand fly. Nice visual approach today. Visibility is excellent. So no complaints there.
Approaching minimums. 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 $50,
Throttle.
40, 30,
Throttle.
20, 10.
That was a pretty hard landing. And reversers are out. Knots. And welcome to Southend in the United Kingdom. The scenery is a bit off, but that's okay. We'll just make a turn and go back. That was a pretty hard landing, I must say. Yeah, hopefully we'll be able to take a look at the replay today. A bit of hard landing. It's actually a very hard landing, I must say. Thank you, Rand. RYR approved. Good stuff. Good stuff. All right. Okay, so we are going to retract the flaps. And let's see here. We can leave the strobe. In fact, until we are clear. When we clear the runway, then we can basically turn them off. Let me just give it some power here. I really like the wing views there on the X-Craft. Yeah. And I think there is a taxiway here that we can take. Looks like this is more of the general aviation parking here to the left. And the main terminal is right there to the right. So let's go ahead and make the turn here. Alright, now what I'm gonna do, guys, I'm gonna just try one thing. That because we don't want... Alright, let me set the parking brake here. Let's see if we can... Alright, I think I forgot what the assignments were. So let me go back to the keyboard and replay. So what did I... Shift control and... Shift control... Alright, shift control and Z. Alright. So shift control and Z, that toggles that, and the shift control V. All right, so yeah, all right, that works. Ah, that works, guys. Now we can do the replay. It's just that we have to kind of wait for the reverse to happen, so we have to reverse the flight. Reverse whatever we've done and watch the reverse, and then I think yeah, no, all B is the faster one, so we'll just, you know, have to take a look at that, and that's when we deployed. That's the reversers. All right, we'll take a look now. We can actually take a look at the landings. All right, yay, finally we can take a look at the landings. And here's a look at the landing. You know, it's not as bad as it felt. It's a bit of a bounce there, but yeah, it's still okay. Couple of bounces there. Look at that view, guys. Wow, look at the wing condensation there. That's just lovely. Oh yeah. So finally we can do replays. Sammy, Tech Cookie, hello, my friend. Welcome aboard. Nearly giveaway time. Yep. Any landing you can walk away from is a good one. Absolutely. Absolutely. All right. Perfect. All right, folks. So what we can do now is remove the replay mode. So, all right. So now, by the way, thank you very much for, I think it's Ray Simulation. I believe it's Ray Simulation who has given me this tip, and he said if you just map the replay controls to your keyboard buttons, then you'll be able to do the replays and it won't crash the sim, as opposed to moving the the slider with the mouse, which more than likely will cause the sim to to crash. So I'm very glad that it works, and thank you very much, Ray something. I can't remember who it was, but thank you very much for the tip. It works. So thank you very much for that. Appreciate it. All right, let me tell you guys how many we have in the giveaway. How many entries do we have? And while we taxi to the main terminal here at Southend Airport. So far we have, let's see. So far we have 265 entries into the giveaway. What happened? Now Explain is not working. Now Explain is acting up again. So there you go. Crashed, yeah, without a doubt. At least we got to see the replay, so I don't mind that it crashes now. So we've watched the replay, so I'm happy about that. But yeah, still some things need tweaking, I suppose. But no problem. We still have the the giveaway. All right. So, guys, before we begin the giveaway, just a few rules before we begin. One is the winners will need to contact me at info@q8pilot.com. Mods, if you can also post my email address here in chat, so guys can later on reference the stream later on and pick it up from chat if they miss what I'm saying now. I appreciate it. So the first thing is you need to send me an email to info@q8pilot.com, and you need to go to your YouTube page, so your profile page on YouTube. Make sure that you are logged into your account, and then you need to take a screen capture of that. Please do not take a capture that is half cut, because I need to verify that you are the logged in user. And if I can't verify, then I simply cannot know if you are the legitimate winner or not. And in the past, what has happened is folks would go to the winner's profile, because I announce them on stream. They go to their profile, they take a screenshot, they send it to me. Oh, hi, Q, I'm the winner. And it puts me in a very difficult situation where I cannot know who's the legitimate winner. Now, I don't know why people do that. It's very strange that people do that. But just so that we avoid this, you have to show me in the YouTube profile that you are logged into your account. If I can't see your username logged in, sorry, I cannot help you. So you need to take a screenshot, send it to info@q8pilot.com. That's what you need to do if you are a winner. Okay? All right. Now, the second rule is that if I announce your name and you are not on the stream, then I'm sorry, but you will forfeit your chance of winning the giveaway. So you have to be here to claim it. I'm surprised that Explain is still there. It hasn't crashed. So, okay. Well, that's cool. Let's go ahead now and how do I go to my profile? Just go to YouTube, Sergio. If you're a winner, if you go to YouTube and you're logged in, so you have to be logged into your account. The main page of YouTube is just go to. Let me show you here real quick, okay? So if you go to, all right, so this is what you need to do. And it looks like it's going to be a horrible death of the simulator here. It's frozen my PC completely. All right, explain is not. All right, close the program. All right, cancel, don't send it to Microsoft. All right, let me bring up explain one more time. All right, so let me show you guys what you need to do. So if you go to YouTube, all right, so you can go to your channel. So from here, you click on your logo to go to your channel. And now you can see here, you see this here, you see that here. So all you need to do is you need to click here. You see this icon here. And now you see here, there is Q8 Pilot, right? So I need to be able to see this if you're a winner, right? So you need to take a capture of this part here. Just take a full capture of the page and send it over to info@q8pilot.com. That's what you need to do. All right? Perfect. Okay. So we are now going to put this back in Dublin. And while it's doing that, all right, that's fine. Let's just say start. All right, here we go. And we're going to go now. I'm getting buffering. YouTube is not able to receive enough video to maintain smooth streaming. Strange. Your mic is cutting out a bit. Yeah, I can see that. I can see that YouTube is not receiving enough thing to maintain. I'm not sure what's going on, really. Let's take a look. Everything's fine there. Looks like there is some buffering going on. Connect streaming software. I'm not sure, by the way, if you guys are able to hear me now or not. YouTube can't participate. Xcraft, all good. Stream is fine again. Is it? I'm still seeing poor connection. But if you guys can, it's fine. 5 out of 5. Stream works. Okay, looks fine. All right, perfect. Perfect, perfect, perfect. Okay. All right. So let me just double check one thing here before, because that's going to be very difficult if the stream quality is not good and there is a lag, then I'll have to probably wait a little longer. All right, so you guys do verify that all is perfect. Okay now. All right, perfect. I can hear you fine. Excellent. All right, so we're going to go to the giveaway. And we are going to close the entries, first of all. So giveaway is now closed. Excellent. And we're going to refresh the page so that we can pick the winners. All right. All right, ladies and gentlemen. We have so far 281 entries into the giveaway, and I'm going to go ahead and pick number 1 winner of the Aegis family by Xcraft, courtesy of Xcraft, and exclusive for the Q8 Pilot channel subscribers. And we're going to pick the first winner in 3, 2, 1, and pick winner. And the first winner is J.O. J.O., if you are here with us in stream, J.O. J.O. has won a copy. Who is this guy? All right, this guy is going to be Removed. Remove. All right. All right. So, J.O., are you there? J.O. is here, ladies and gentlemen. Congratulations, J.O. Congratulations, my friend, on winning the first copy. Congrats, my friend. Congratulations to you. And now we're going to pick the second winner. J.O. is here. Excellent. I got you. Please send me an email to info@q8pilot.com with the screenshot as I've explained. And I'll be Marco will provide your email address to. One more important thing is that make sure the email address you provide me is the one associated with Xplane.org account, so that the plane is made available into your account. Okay. All right. And the second winner, ladies and gentlemen, in 3, 2, 1, and pick a winner. And the second winner is Carter. Carter, are you with us, Carter? Carter is the second winner. Carter has won the second copy. Hey, Carter is here. Congratulations, Carter. So we have today, ladies and gentlemen, we have two winners today with us. J.O. and Carter have won copies of the E-Jets family by X-Crafts and sponsored by X-Craft today as well. And all you need to do, folks, is to send me your email address. So make sure that email address is the one associated with your Xplane.org account with a screenshot of your profile while you're logged into your YouTube page. And that is all that you need to do in order for me to provide you with your copies of the E-Jets family by X-Craft. Well, folks, this pretty much brings us to the conclusion of our stream this evening. I hope that you've enjoyed the stream as much as I enjoyed streaming it for you. Until next time, please take care of yourselves and each other, and I will see you all very soon. Thanks for tuning in. Stay safe, and bye-bye for now.